Hello everyone. This video here is going to just quickly walk you through the steps of what you need to do to set up your OneScreen account. There's a few things we need to do after we activate it before we log on to our new interactive panels, just to make sure things go as smoothly as possible. So you should have an email in your inbox from OneScreen saying that you've been invited. We're just going to open that up. We're going to accept the invitation. That'll bring you to this screen. There's a link down at the bottom here, go to account information. We're just going to use that. That really just redirects us to the login portal for OneScreen. You're usually not going to use this for anything. This is really just for the one-time setup. What you're going to do is you're going to log in with your email and the temporary password that is in the email that got sent to you. So back on this invitation, you have a temporary password. So we're going to grab that. We've set up a OneScreen training email. This is going to clearly be your email you'd be using. So you'd type in your email address here. For us, it's OneScreen training. And we're going to paste in that temporary password. Right now, you can't click continue with Google. We are going to make that button work, but we have to log in this way first, the very first time. So we're going to sign in. We'll accept. When you get in, you can read this if you so choose. We'll hit OK. You do need to select your country here. Not sure why they don't default that to the United States, I guess, but we need to choose that. Once you do that, the first thing I would like you to do is just come over to security and change your password away from that kind of random temporary password. You're likely not even going to need this password in the future because you'll be able to sign on with Google if you really need to, but just for the sake of having a password in case something goes wrong with the Google side, we should get this set. So you just paste in again the current password. I already have that copied still from before, so I'm going to paste that in, and then you just get to pick your new password. Again, this particular password is not synced with Google or anything, so this is whatever you want it to be. There are some password requirements. I believe it needs to be between 8 and 16 characters, and it needs either like a capital letter and a number, or a capital letter and a symbol, some combination of those things. Okay, once you do that, because you set a new password, it kicks you out and then you have to sign in again. So sign in with that password you just set. And then once we're back in, we're going to go to this integrations tab. This is the main important thing. So what this is going to do is we're going to connect to our Google accounts and our specifically our Google Drive, so that things work much more smoothly when you're interacting with your board in your classroom. So it's real simple. Just go ahead and click under Google, hit connect. This will, of course, be your email here. I'm in the training account one here, so I'm going to click this, continue. And you should get, now it's a disconnect button because we are connected. So that one is set, and then the other one we want to do is Google Drive. So we'll hit connect. Again, this one has a few more permissions because Google's very secure about sharing your Google Drive since you have a lot of stuff in there, but we're okay with all these things. And now we should have all these connected. We don't need to worry about Microsoft or OneDrive, so don't worry about those. Up here, the beacon card, you don't need to do anything. Just understand that that is for, you will have an NFC tag, which is essentially like a badge ID. So you're going to be able to scan into these boards without having to type in a password. And that's what that is. So you don't want to delete that, or that's going to mess with your badge. And that should be everything we need to do in the OneScreen account. If you want to, you could sign out and you could test the continue with Google button now, because that should work now that we configured it with our account. So OneScreen training. Again, that would be your email. Because it's the first time, we have to say that we're okay with using Google to sign in, and we're back in. Looks like everything's the same. We're still connected here, so we're good to go. That's all you have to do here. Don't worry about anything else. The next steps, and we'll have subsequent videos, will be back at the actual board showing you what to do there. Thanks.